Hey people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I plan to do a few videos. First video is going to be an individual review. It's going to be a very hype fragrance which I saw the popularity on TikTok, Instagram. People say I'm not on those platforms, but on YouTube there are a lot of reviews, a lot of big influencers talk about this. So this is perhaps a fame by influencers, okay, but I was interested, when I see fragrances are being hyped, I want to try them. I saw the reviews and all that, so I still want to try it because this supposedly is the same DNA as Hawas, but with an watermelon accord, okay. So this fragrance is called Dumont Paris Nitro Purum Red. There are a lot of fragrances from this line, black, different colors, like I think 4 or 5, okay. So I saw this being brought to Bangladesh by one of the pages called Fragrantica Bangladesh, and I thought, I'm done actually buying. I actually bought too many fragrances this month. I bought about 22, okay, 21 rather, okay. And then I thought, after 10 fragrances, I would stop, but no, to create content, I bought a few more. So I asked immediately how much this cost, So they told me it's like $35, and I paid about $2 for shipping, instant shipping. So basically, how do I say? This fragrance was total blind buy, and I sort of took, like a chance. I know this DNA is going to be similar to the previous ones, but I still want to try because the bottle is beautiful and I like the color red. So this is the story, and let's see what you get. So this comes in $35, 100 ml EDP concentration, isn't it? Yeah. So this is EDP concentration. This is the packaging, red color box, and then this is sort of like a sticker. So this is made in France. I thought at first this is a Middle Eastern house, but no, this is made in France. It's mentioned somewhere at the bottom. It kind of looks like Baccarat Rouge. So if you do not know what you're getting into, either you'll guess this is a Baccarat Rouge dupe or something like Versace Eros Flame, but no. The bottle is very gorgeous. I don't know what you think about it. It looks kind of not very expensive, but this ruby red color reminds me of Baccarat Rouge X-ray bottle, okay? And it's kind of like a diesel fuel for life, that kind of bottle shape, And it's like, I think L'Occitane, there's a house I saw a few years back, reminds me of those. It has this fake leather wrap and stitching around the bottle, which makes it a very nice looking bottle. And the best thing is this one, okay, here, this tie thing, so this says Nitro, and I think this one also is sort of like a leathery touch, golden cap. Nice. I really like the way this bottle looks, simple and nice. The sprayer is very, very good, okay. To my surprise, I did not expect that. It doesn't click into place, okay. So cap is metallic. Show you the sprayer. Very good pressure atomizer. So I'm wearing the fragrance here, dry down. Let me let me do something. Hold on, I have an idea. You know what the idea is? The idea is to change the watch because I have the Casio red one. So yeah, this one will pair up nicely, So sorry, I just did that. I just thought of it. So this one, I'm wearing the fragrance here, dry down. And let me see. Hold on, the light is disturbing as well. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about the interruption. So let's just spray it, okay? Let's just do a couple of shots, okay? So this fragrance apparently has that note of watermelon, okay? And people say the watermelon is so beautiful, it's so loud, it's so sweet. And I read those things, and some of these may come off as like, oh, not a good thing. I don't like loud perfumes and stuff. People will say that it's synthetic to a fault and it's too loud to wear in summer. When I read those, I bought this because this is the type of fragrance I wear a lot. And in summer also, I like heavy fragrances. Believe it or not, in Bangladesh, our country, you need very strong performing perfumes. And if the fragrance are lighter, they disappear within 30 minutes. They don't even last. So that's why I got it basically. And even I got to do like a couple of decants for people. Yesterday was the last day before the Eid for deliveries, and also I had a very rush day, okay. So after I dispatched them, I did give full wearing. Couple of times I sprayed and then resprayed just to get a feel of it, and I was enjoying this thoroughly, okay. So first of all, let's talk about the performance of this stuff. It's really, really good, okay. This perfume really performs like a dream. It's not quite a 10, okay, but I'm sure because of the weather right now, 30-34 degrees, it's very high here, humidity, UV exposure very high. Even for that, weather, this one is doing very fantastic job. I would say this is almost like 8.5 to 8.7 performer, both projection and longevity. Seasons to wear this, I would imagine this fragrance will be really, really good. Perhaps in winter, because this is a sweet fragrance. Think of fragrances like clubbing fragrances, okay? Like bubblegummy sweetness, that you know that term, right? Like Invictus, that 1 millions, Eros, those are the fragrances back in the days people call bubblegummy sweetness, clubbing, banger, sweet, playful, tutti frutti. This thing is exactly that. This one reminds me of watermelon, strawberry, these fruits, but not really the real fruit. It's more of a candied fruit and more of a jello sweetness, jelly, if you know the jello, they make from fruits, and it's this beautiful bright red color, and they look beautiful, like like jelly. When you stare at them, the colorful ones, green, red, yellow, they look really beautiful, and they're transparent. This fragrance gave me that vibe. I do have several fragrances to show you just to give you a comparison, but I love the opening of this very beautiful jello, fruity cocktail sort of a like watermelon accord, and it's very sweet, sweetened watermelon accord, and it's not a very authentic watermelon like you smell in Miller's Imperial or fragrances like Sean John Unforgivable. I do think this one is done a little bit more to the clubbing sort of a way. A fragrance like Halloween Man, the house, their sweetness, this sweetness is similar, and it is very, very sweet. If you don't have a sweet tooth, this fragrance is not for you. It's very, very youthful. Okay, that's what I like about it. And this fragrance is also like at first it doesn't smell at all like Hawas Ice. I do have all of them, and I think on the dry down it goes towards that direction, but more of Hawas Ice. Okay, I do have Hawas Ice, but in the opening, Hawas Ice has the plum note, ice note, which is not similar to this. On the dry down, they sort of smell kind of same, and I'm not saying like they're exact same, but they do have similarities. But this one remains sweeter, this one remains fresher. Okay, there are the subtle changes. And also, if you know this one, no one mentioned it, the Ahmed Al Maghribi Frost Ice. I'm pretty sure not many people tried it. If you own this one, this is more of a real watermelon accord. Not really real, but it gives you that vibe. You can imagine watermelon more with this. This one doesn't have a jello vibe. So if you just want to get like a musky, fresh, clean watermelon, this is also great. All these are good players, okay? But mostly, this one reminded me of this perfume that I have for many years, which is from Rasasi, Atar Al Muhabba for men. Okay, this fragrance is, you can see the redness. Okay, they are very much like siblings. Okay, so what I like about this one, it goes 1 million direction with that strawberry jello red fruit vibe, but does not smell like Invictus or sorry, does not smell like Hawas. Okay, this one does. So on the dry down, yeah, the dry down goes more of a fresh. It's sweeter Hawas. It's, I would say, sweeter than Hawas Ice combined. Okay, and at that point, I would say this is a very casual, everyday scent for summers. You can wear this throughout the year, no problem. I don't see any issue with this fragrance anywhere. But I would say this one, it's kind of like a happy, not at all serious. If you're really, really going to work and everything, and unless you're in a bad mood, I don't think it's a problem. You can wear it, you can rock it at work, but perhaps you'll not get that feel that you want from your formal clothing, like seriousness, official, formal. This is not that. Okay, so even gym, if you go, let's say you're a funny guy, like those prank videos like they do, and they go to gym, they give away and then show kindness, and then try to flirt with women, pick up women. For those purpose, those guys, I can see these are, could be a TikToker fragrance. Okay, I'm not trying to put it down. I'm a happy guy, I'm a happy man. I love life. Okay, so I would say this fragrance I like. Okay, but I'm pretty sure many of my fellow YouTube reviewers who are seniors, okay, and I mean senior citizens. Now I'm just joking. Mark is not senior citizen. Dan not there. We are the same age, right? So basically, the people who are my age, they're not gonna like it. Okay, so they're gonna say, "Oh man, this is a synthetic. It's a headache-inducing garbage." Okay, and this is a TikToker fragrance. I can see that. Okay, so they're the both sides. So if you're very serious about your life perfumes, don't perhaps pick it up. But I like this a lot. Okay, this one is very lively. It's very playful, vibrant. It kicks off. It bounces off my skin really well, and at no point I find this fragrance boring. Okay, so this reminds me of those candies, like gel, like stretchable candies, the soft ones with that sugar outer layer, like rubbery ones. I do not know what you call them, like sour candies and stuff like that. This one is like that. Okay, so when I was young, I used to have a lot of candies. So this reminds me of that. If you love candies, if you like to, hang out with your friends, especially going out on date, if you're young student, you can try this. One thing I'll tell you though, I thought at first when I ordered this, or when I asked the price, I thought this would be, I didn't know the price. Okay, I thought maybe 25 bucks. If this was 25 bucks, I would say I'm 100% happy. This one is 35. It's not super expensive once again, but the distinction from 25 to 35, I'm still, I do this. Okay, I had thousands of bottles in my journey, designer, niche, everything. I just want to mention it because I have every single budget perfumes in my collection. But I still am from middle class. Okay, so when I think of middle class, I always do this breakdown, and then practicality wise, I think 25 to 35 people who have small budget, okay, they will say, they're almost gonna buy it. Like if it was 25, they'll blind buy this. $35, some people will buy. Some people will say, no, I can live without it. It's a dupe. I don't want to spend more than 25 bucks on a dupe. They will say that. And I have already so many sweet perfumes. This one leans more of a synthetic vibe, so I don't want to do it. So there are gonna be both side of people. So I'm just being honest with you, okay? This is not gonna work for everybody, but if you're a happy soul, if you're a collector and you just like the addicted in the game, this fragrance definitely has a place. It's a fun perfume. It could be a, Halloween, Valentine's Day, children can also use it. I think like if you go to school, it would be a good perfume if your father bought it for you. Apart from that, I don't think there's much else to say, but it has this fun vibe. Yeah, it does have the Invictus Hawas-esque vibe, but it has its own sweetness which carries through throughout the end. So yeah, I like this fragrance a lot. Perfume is very satisfying, and this fragrance, I know pretty sure, for sure, I'll lose interest in this after wearing this for let's say a month or so, because this is the type. Okay, then I will just use something else. But for time being, I think it's a very fun fragrance. I'll give this fragrance solid 8.5, which is my favorite number, and I think it's good. It's very good. Just that, very sweet. Thank you so much for watching. Let's do a list, then we'll upload this. Take care.